Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. The next morning, you guys sleep in a little bit. It's been a couple of late nights, high energy activities, death and danger are lurking around corners, people beaten and murdered. So you take a well-deserved break. And by the time you are awakened in the next day, the situation on the ground has changed somewhat.
Can I, before you tell us this,
Mm-hmm.
can I cast Detect Magic on my 42 spell pages, the new ones?
Yes.
Yeah, as soon as
They
Nolan wakes up, he's going to Detect Magic on the spell pages.
Yeah, you
Wait, do you
take
mean
10
read
minutes
magic?
to...
No, Detect. I'm trying to see if the
Okay.
beacon's still there.
Right. So
Ah.
you learn Detect Magic today. Anything else that you learned
Uh-huh.
today?
One Detect Magic, one Read Magic.
Excellent. You can cast Detect Magic on the book pages. They are non-magical. Yep. As you guys have breakfast served to you, you will hear about how things have shifted slightly. Lady Nightingale has already eaten, as have all the servants and everything. So once you guys are done with your meal, she will come find you all and say, well, I believe...
Congratulations, Renata.
Not quite.
Ah.
Did something go wrong last night?
Good for the cleric.
Yeah, sounds like our illustrious captain decided to take things into his own hands.
Well, what's a man to do? He opened his eyes as I was walking across the floorboards. I couldn't exactly let him scream out.
Well, this is a different ballgame together now. A cleric and a wizard have been murdered, and last night, the Inquisitor came by and asked to borrow Longtooth, my fastest ship, the fastest ship here in Port Ferris, to make their way to Oaktown. She jerks her thumb in the southwest direction, the next town upriver, up current, in order to retrieve reinforcements. I think that they are going to scour every inch of this town looking for the four of you. So I believe it is in our best interest, mine as well as yours, to get you off this island as quickly as possible. I think...
Well, we can't leave yet, we'll say.
Not yet. You're going to need a vessel to get off of here. If they find you, they'll figure out my involvement, and that won't do for me. I cannot afford to be wrapped up in all of this. So you'll need a ship.
But I feel like we can get XP for what all we did, because this could determine, I guess, our next course of action.
Yeah.
Either A, we could get a ship and leave, or if we got enough XP for Nolan to level up,
We can hide in the laboratory.
we can hide the laboratory for a while.
We'll get to XP in just a moment, but yes. Cool. The problem is, the lot of you are broke, and there's no ship you could possibly afford.
How much does a ship cost to hire in this town? I'm not totally broke.
Are you not, Captain?
Well, I was holding on to the cleric's coins for him, but it sounds like he might not be needing them anymore.
Well, I'm sure you might be able to book passage on a ship, but how would you, she looks in the direction of Nilrum and then at sail, get past the Inquisitor on the docks? You would never be able
You
to
just
hop
said that
on.
he's left.
No. He's sent for reinforcements using my fastest ship. He stayed here.
He's still here, yeah.
Bullshit.
Yes. Any attempt to board a vessel in a legitimate manner would surely detect you. The only way I can see to get you guys off the island is if you steal a ship. In which case you can go in the middle of the night, do whatever you need to get past guards so they won't alert anyone, and vanish that way. And,
But we do not have a crew.
Right, and then there would be the people on the ship that you'd have to get past. It would be quite a large problem. I have an idea, but it's not fully formed yet. I don't know how you would get the crew for it, but I could sell you a ship that you could then seize from me, so I could report it as stolen, and I would not be involved with you. And in order to pay for this, well, there are means. But I don't know how to get you a crew to sail, to get you to actually get anywhere. You could just float aimlessly, but I assume you want some directionality to your movements.
Is our payment of what we just did last night not enough?
Yeah, I was going to say, you still owe us payment for what we did last night. We stashed the items in Lady Chrome's estate, like you asked.
And the payment would have been an easy access to the supply ship that the White Princess men have come on, except now, if you will go to the rooftop, you can see that that ship has left the harbor and is now anchored in the bay. No longer easily accessible.
So that's fine. So we'll take this ship of yours as payment, no?
I don't think so. I don't think what you've done is worth that much money.
Well, how do you said we could buy it from you. I mean, how much gold do you think we have?
Well, that part is not too difficult. Lady Kruma, in addition to her estate in town, manages a palace in the mountains where I believe she keeps the majority of the wealth that she collects. Her personal finances are stored up there. I think for the four of you, it wouldn't be a difficult thing to make the defenses go away, bury the treasure somewhere on the island, give me a map to it so I can dig it up in 6 months or a year when all this has settled down, and I can get my payment for the ship somewhat delayed.
Wait, so you want us to rob her palace in the mountains?
Not yet. I don't know how to get you off the island. I can get you to get me payment for a ship, but then what? How would you row it? You don't have enough men to crew Longtooth or any of my other vessels.
That's true. Just the four of us here.
It's a problem for another day.
True, my lady. Currently, I think that we are still needed on this island. I'll look at the captain. We have something that we are yet to have found.
We have unfinished business, and these men have been chasing us since the moment we arrived here, so really not that much has changed for me.
What is this unfinished business?
For you. Well, that's our business. It's not yours.
100% sure yet.
We are fairly deeply involved at this point. I've been stationing fugitives from the state in my home, and I have been providing you with material aid and assistance in your criminal activities, which you are doing in part on my behalf. I think it's time that we be quite honest with each other.
I'll stand up and stroke my beard and just ask frankly, how do you expect to handle a zone of truth?
Yeah, Nilrim, it doesn't matter anyway, you know? You've had us here in this house for your own purposes. This has not been an act of charity. I'm not to believe that you've taken pity on poor lost souls and shared your bread and wine with us for no reason.
I saw a mutually beneficial situation that I hope to further to our own good ends. I just don't want to get caught in the process.
That's fine, but this doesn't give you the right to demand to know everything that we're doing. Am I crazy here?
My lady, we're not entirely sure.
You don't trust me enough with your business?
We do trust you enough.
It's of no consequence to you.
It might be.
Well, I'm sure it would be if we told you about it. You might fancy a slice of it yourself, but I mean, I know you're a noble.
So I trust you with all of my everything.
Nora will smack the table. Captain Winters, I urge you to mind your tongue. This lady has shown us nothing but hospitality this entire time, and you're acting this way over a few gold pieces that we're looking for? Calm yourself. My lady, I apologize for what he's saying. We're currently after Ferris's long-lost laboratory. I have a few clues on where it might be, but I do still need more time to research, and he'll pull out his new 42 pages of magical fucking shit. I need to read all of these from Ferris himself. So I will need a few days unmolested in this house so I can figure out exactly where I need to be and where we need to go.
She nods her head in understanding.
Your side, and you are on ours.
I'm glad we can trust each other. Well, we can keep you here for a little while, but once those reinforcements arrive from Oaktown, I think this town will be swarming with soldiers, and I fully expect them to search each and every house. I don't think I can hide behind my shield of nobility much longer. As for your question regarding zones of truth, my plan up until now was to be innocent enough that I wouldn't have to deal with such questioning, but if push comes to shove and a zone of truth comes my way, I have a few methods for avoiding that problem.
I know.
How long do you think we've got for the Inquisitor to get his new troops back here? He has to go all the way around, right?
With Longtooth and a good crew, he can row against the current, which is why the Inquisitor came to borrow, she says, Longtooth.
So how long are we talking here?
Let's see. Upwind. Inbound, outbound, radius. Let's see. He will be, by this evening, they will have made landfall in Oaktown. I expect it will take a few days to organize the needed soldiers and people, and then a few hours to get back.
Doesn't give us a great deal of time.
Maybe 4 days.
I stand up. That's enough. And I gather my papers and I go to my room to start read magicking.
All right. You begin your read magicking up there. Sale and Archie. What are you guys thinking about all this?
Definitely didn't like the way that that Nilrim flipped at the captain.
Rare.
As someone who's a big fan of loyalty towards your captain. So I definitely like to stick with whatever John wants to go for. And I've been pretty distrustful in the search for the laboratory in general, because we really were extremely unsuccessful in that in the past, and you made me try to look through the entire island. So I'm not very happy with this outcome. I'll just be kind of stewing on it, hanging out with John, and hoping that this goes well for us.
What about you, Sale?
Sale is feeling pretty put out. In Sale's mind, he's kind of like the main character of the party. And it seems like Captain Winners and Nilrim are making all the decisions, and that's kind of rubbing him the wrong way. His suggestions get shut down. He doesn't get the respect. He doesn't have a loyal follower like Archie. He doesn't have like the sidekick. He doesn't feel very good about this situation that they're in. He just wants to get off the island. He doesn't want to even try to find the laboratory or make the money. He just wants to steal a ship and get out of here. Because he knows what's coming. Like he feels like the weight of 1,000 clerics bearing down on this island.
Right. So you're antsy to make a move. That's sensible. Okay. Well, how long you have, in theory, roughly 4 days before these folks should be back.
Hang on. So as Nilrim walks off from this encounter with his papers all under his arm, I turn away from Lady Nightingale and walk off with Archie. Fucking Nilrim, who does he think he is?
Unbelievable.
Cursing to myself or to Archie as we walk away. Sorry, I just need to get that in. Carry on, Neal.
At some point, Nilrim is going to say that he needs to have a word with Captain Winners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lady Nightingale will leave as well, off to cool her head. I think Sale gets left at the table by himself as Nilrim storms out with papers, and then as Captain Winters gets up and storms out with Archie, muttering about Nilrim, and Sale is left at the breakfast table with some cantaloupe, some water.
I think Sale is feeling... he doesn't like people having conversations when he's not there anymore, so he's if he hears people are meeting up to talk, he's going to try to be there.
Sure. Yeah, I think Sale is welcome to bitch about Nilrim with us.
All right.
So I maybe then, if Nightingale leaves, after I've paced up and down the room a little bit shouting, I think I come and sit back down at the breakfast table where Nilrim's, where Sale is sitting. And I'll say, you better find out where that fucking laboratory is, or we just need to get the hell off this island. We got 4 days to find it, or we need to leave.
As far as I'm concerned, we have 0 days to find it, and we need to get the hell off this island yesterday. We need to leave now. Listen, I appreciate that you killed a cleric of a stair. You know what? Fuck a stair. Fuck his clerics, right? They're all bastards. But also made life very hard for us here.
Listen, Sale, it's out of my hands. He was waking up. What did you want me to do?
You know what? The knife was in your hands, Captain, and you made that decision. So you can't just say it's out of your hands anymore. All right?
Well, it's out of my hands now. But yes, I understand. I took the decision, but it was the best decision at the time. The guy was waking up. Plus, that motherfucker would have searched forever to find us. It's better off he's dead.
That's true. I'm okay with you killing him, but I think what we're doing right now is dumb. We should get off this island.
Well, let's give Norm a day or two to think it through. If he doesn't know where it is, then we leave. But we've still got the problem. She's right. We haven't got the crew to man a ship.
I spent some time thinking about it. Can I, like, as a cleric, can I start to like recruit followers and like
Way
get
later.
people who are part? Oh, later. Okay.
Wait.
In theory, anyone can recruit followers. You know, clearly John Winters has recruited a couple of followers. To what end did you mean with this?
I mean, because of the unique way that my sort of religion works, would I be able to get people who were like part of a cult? Like,
doesn't that go directly against your patron's requests?
Yeah, it does. That's why I was asking. Like,
yeah,
is there
that
even
seems
a
a little...
way to like? Could I like make the unnamed god a cult and like try to get people to follow? It'd probably be like
You could probably make the cult of the unnamed god, but that might be attracting attention.
yeah. All right, yeah. I was just thinking of clarifying that, thinking of a way to maybe get some crew.
If you can come up with an idea, we can play with it. I can't help feed you the ideas.
Yeah, I wanted like a rules clarification. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
the
struggling for crew.
The crew thing is a problem, but also time is a problem because we're not going to be in the fastest ship in this island, and you know if we leave with only 1 day on that clock before they get here, they're going to catch us quick and easy unless we're going with the wind.
No, I agree with you. I mean, if Nilram can't find the place, I mean, in days gone by, I've been known to stow away on a ship to make good about escaping a situation. I thought I was past those days, but I'm not above it, given the circumstances. We could try something like that. Wait for a ship to leave, try and sneak on at the last minute.
I would know about the Inquisitor's like sea magic helmet, and he'd know that he'd be able to detect me, right?
Yes.
I'll say that might work for you, Captain, but you don't have the touch of magic on you, so I don't think I can exactly get in a crate and pray to make it past the Inquisitor.
That's a good point. We need to line it with lead or something like that. I'm not sure that's going to be possible.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pickle, and I'll sit back in my chair and just like kind of go quiet.
We can take a moment to dole out experience for everyone because you'll be resting for a few days. Sounds like Nilram is going to be doing some magic research and needs to have a conversation with John Winters. In the meantime,
we need level 3 Koibu for Nilram.
Why don't everyone take home 1,000 experience points?
That's not enough.
How close are you, Nilram?
Hold on, let me look.
You're 2,200 away. Now you're only 1,200. Close.
Sorry, how much are we getting?
1,000.
1,000.
Should our total XP be like 2,567?
Everyone has slightly different totals.
Gotcha.
You'll have to be Johnny on the spot with yours.
I'm 1,100
So I think-
XP away.
I level up to 4,000. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I have leveled up.
Nice. Good job.
All right, Archie. That is going to be a D10 plus 3 for your hit points. You will get another +1 to hit. I will add the +1 to hit on your character sheet for you. There you go. Roll us a D10 plus 3 for extra HP.
Yes.
Come on, roll well. Okay,
Not
that'll
bad.
do.
Not bad. Your new
So we'll go
max
up to
is
19
now
total
19. Yeah, and then your existing HP goes up at percentagely. So you were at 7 out of 12. So now you should be at 7 out of 12 times 19. You should be at 11 now.
Did I heal at all during our night of rest? Is there anything?
You fought last night, right? You were in combat, so you need a full day of rest to heal.
Okay.
So, if you wait 3 days, you'll gain 9 HP with healing and herbalism. If you get like 3 days of bed rest and just complete resting. Otherwise, you can
Any
get
healing proficiencies in our party that could have helped with that?
that would be max healing with all the proficiencies and everything. If you want to be like slightly active and just take regular rest, but not like full bed rest, you can get 2 a day with healing and herbalism.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Sail, you are already level 2, so you hit level 3, I think, at 3,000, is it? So you're pretty close. You're about 500 off.
Yeah, I don't know the XP breakpoint, so
I think it's 3,000. Nilrum is 1,100 off, and Winters, how far are you?
640 on fighter,
Ooh.
and about 600 on rogue as well.
Okay. So we're all pretty close to a couple of levels here. Nilrum, did you want to talk to Winter first, or did you want to do read magic first?
Hey, I don't care about the read magic. I only cared
Gotcha.
about that if I could get the next level.
Yeah, so I mean, I
gotcha.
think I come up to your room anyway, at some point, or wherever you're staying. I'll come and knock on the door. Nilrim, it's John. Can I have a word?
Yes, I've been meaning to talk to you.
All right, I come in. Say, so how's it going? Find that laboratory yet?
Not good, John. I still can't decipher these pages. He'll point at the ones that he got from the box. I need more time. I don't know. We need something. I need
We haven't
something
got-
to break through.
We haven't got much time, Nilrim.
Well,
We got days at best till those guards get here.
I don't know what to say. Maybe we could go in the jungle, kill some shit.
Like, you think killing a few jaguars gonna let you work out where it is?
Depends how many jaguars we kill.
Is that how magic works? A strange and curious endeavor.
It's very curious. I feel like the gods kind of fucked us on XP. Looks right in his eyes.
Oh,
I feel like you
know.
guys had some scrolls of reveal doors, but you just ruined them.
No,
'cause you-
those scrolls were
Bullshit.
fucking gone,
Bullshit.
Koibu.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
scrolls were fucked no matter what we did.
They would have been fine if you hadn't thrown the box around for days.
Yeah. That's what you say.
It's nonsense.
It's fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Out of character, we gotta go kill shit or figure something out. I don't think we can just leave the island.
Well,
So-
ultimately, I mean, so Nightingale reckons that these guys are going to be here in 3 or 4 days. This doesn't give us a lot of time. Now, if we're in town, sounds like she thinks we're going to get found. If we're in the jungle, maybe we've got more. Maybe we've got more time, but they were on our tail before. They may still find us.
Hear me out. Maybe we go and deal with the rest of the clerics. We know where they're at. We know where they're stationed. It would give us the necessary experience. It would get rid of some clerics and stuff that he's going to be counting on. Maybe 2 days' time, we kill most of them, and then I'll be able to decipher these. He'll point at the papers.
We've got a lot of heat in our heads at this point. I'm not sure we want more. Plus, we don't know where these clerics are. Somewhere across the island. Probably one in that village.
Probably
at
one in that
tavern
village.
On the south coast.
Well, we can't just sit around here and do nothing.
Well,
It's either
yeah.
that or if you can come up with a plan.
Well, we're trying to think of the 3 of us are downstairs now trying to think of a plan to get off this island. Maybe stow away on a ship or something like that. So far, we've not really come up with a good one.
You know as well as I know that's not going to work. He has the helmet. It's the all-seeing. Whatever we need is going to be in that laboratory. Maybe he has a scroll of teleport. I don't know, but there's something in there. He was an arc, for God's sakes.
What about what Nightingale was saying about the... Well, look, Nilrim, if you're not doing your research, come down and talk with us all.
Yeah, it'll come down.
Right.
All right,
The whole
so
party gathers together.
Yeah, I say, bad news, guys. Milram doesn't know where the laboratory is.
Not yet.
What a
But I've
surprise!
given John Winters a few plans in order for me to be able to get there.
Well, I see we've got a couple of options here. Lady Nightingale suggested that we head up to Kroma's estate in the mountain, rob that. Nilram here suggested we track down the other 5 lower, less powerful clerics spread around the island and kill them. He seems to think shed enough blood and he might be able to work out where the laboratory is. Or we can try and find some way to just get off the island as soon as possible and come back to it another date. So, this is no dictatorship, so everyone gets a chance to speak. So I look to Archie and say, what do you think, Archie?
I think if he hasn't found it now, he's had time both running around the island and sitting in his room doing whatever the fuck he does. We're not gonna find him. We should get out of here.
Okay, my nod. I turn to Sale. Sale, what do you think?
I mean, the treasure of both a laboratory from, what was it, 1,000 years ago, and the loot of a noble's estate are both really appealing. But I think the situation is too dire for us to just sit here and pretend like the axe of the White Prince isn't about to drop on our neck. So I reckon we should get out of here.
And Nilram?
Captain, I plead with you. We have to find what's in this laboratory. I know whatever it is.
But we could come back another day.
We're never going to be able to come back to this island. We're going to be wanted men on here forever. But when we leave is the last time we will ever set foot on here. These are going to be the only magical items without a beacon. And by the time we come back, whatever was in the laboratory will be gone.
How are they going to find it?
Because they have revealed doors. And they're going to scour this island looking for us, assuming we're in there, and they're going to find it before we do.
All right, how
What?
do we get to the lab in 4 days?
We're going to kill some clerics of a stare.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, how does that help us?
You guys don't know how magic works.
What do you like? Do you siphon the life forces?
I just need to use some of my magics on people in order to understand magic more, okay? I'm not going to sit here and explain it.
That makes more sense. You need practice. I get
Need
it.
to
Needs
practice.
clearly.
Can you not practice here and throw spells at a wall? Does that
Not going to work. The gods, for some reason, took that from us and said they would be more generous. But instead, they lied.
Okay. Well, how's about we ask Nightingale about Kroma's estate up in the mountain? Get some more information. At least then we're making our decision with all of our cards face up. I'll go and find her. And Neal, I'll go up to Nightingale's chambers or into the garden or wherever she's likely to be.
Yeah, she is downstairs in a just near the front door. She's got some fancy clothes on. She's got a bodyguard near her. She's getting ready to head out for the afternoon as you arrive.
Lady Nightingale, listen. Things got a bit heated before. I'm sorry about that. Since Nilram told you of what we're looking for here, we're trying to decide what to do next. You couldn't come and give us a bit more information on Kroma's estate in the mountains, could you? Before you head out.
Couldn't. She will walk with you back into the same room that everyone else was in. Honored guests, I hear you have some questions for me. Please.
You wouldn't be able to get us a revealed doors spell scroll, would you?
I couldn't get you a single scroll of any kind.
Thought not.
We want you to tell us about Lady Kroma's estate. You seem to have a plan. What is it?
Her estate or her palace?
A palace.
It's up in the mountains. There is
there
only
a
a
path to
single
it?
path. There is a path, but there is only a single path. It is built in a natural amphitheater recess within the mountains. It is the supposed place where she stores her treasures. There is a lovely garden out front. think it's a 5-story building. I've been there a few times, but not all that often. There are guards out front. I don't think one could get in without shedding blood, but you four seem not only not averse to that, but quite capable at it.
I could say that.
Right, you suggesting we go there, we kill the guards, we break in, we ransack the place? I mean, we're already wanted men. I don't suppose there's too much more to lose.
I would not normally suggest this sort of thing because this is not what would get Lady Chroma on my wavelength. This will probably only drive a wedge between us further. However, I don't see much other option for us. Attention needs to be drawn away from my family, my house, my estate, my name. And if I can make you out to be thieves who have stolen from both Lady Chroma and from myself, well, that gives me enough cover to get away safely. And then, whatever money you take, you can hide and bury. I can dig it up later. You can take a ship of mine. I come out on top. You come out on top. Lady Chroma suffers, and none of us look any more guilty. That's the plan as best as I can see it, but I still don't see how that gets you far enough away from this island to protect me.
Yes, well, one step at a time, getting off the island would be enough of a victory, I think.
Perhaps we could hide you on one of the small islands off the coast, but I don't really know how that would help us either.
Chroma's palace, it's, you think the reinforcements are going to check there as well? Or if we do this deed, could we hold out there for a while?
I assume that it will only take a short while for someone to realize that the palace has been assaulted or attacked. I'm sure there are, if not daily trips to visit it, there must be some sort of supply runs, or someone must keep an eye on the place. I don't know how long you'll have between knocking out the guards and someone arriving. I don't know if it'll be days or hours. She shrugs.
So the plan, I say to the group, would be follow up this path up the mountain, disable the guards at the gate, break in, loot the place for everything it's worth, flee into the jungle, bury the treasure somewhere we can remember. Hopefully, Neal learns enough of his magics by then that we can then find the laboratory, and then we can get off the island, or whatever comes next after that. Am I understanding that correctly, that that's the plan? Smash and grab?
That is the plan.
Take the loot, bury it for Nightingale, you give us a boat, we get off here?
Yes, you'll steal, she puts some air quotes around it, the boat from me. So that way I can avoid suspicion and show loss, which should put me out of the realm of suspicion.
And you can lend us men to row the boat?
No, because if you're stealing it, then I wouldn't be able to lend you any men.
Are there perhaps men imprisoned on this island that we could liberate to use as crew?
There is a prison on the docks. I don't know if the people in it are trustworthy. Probably not.
Well,
but you might be able to use them in the short term.
I just need to get to the next island before I drown them in a small puddle.
Well, the advantage of this plan is that we can do it today, correct? I say, looking at Nightingale.
The assaulting the palace? Yes.
Yes.
You can do that at your leisure.
So, we can attempt this plan and be done with it prior to any additional guards getting here, right?
They will arrive in Oaktown by tonight.
You said they were 4 days away.
Oaktown is the next island over.
Oh, Oaktown's the next island over, yeah.
Okay.
And how many guards do you think she's got in this palace?
She shrugs. At least a dozen. We're not a great island. We're not a great many people here, but it is the palace. It is where the wealth of Port Ferris is stored. I would expect at least a dozen, including one well-trained soldier, one sort of, master at arms.
Sounds like it'll be cake for Archie.
Problem is Archie's wounded. We could
How
take a
wounded?
couple of days to rest. He's
Not
on 11
doing-
out of 19. We reckon we've got
I've
4
definitely
days.
did better.
If we take 2 days to rest, he can get up to 17. Then we can go, and that gives us a night in the woods to bury the treasure, hopefully find the lab, and get out before the guards arrive on the 4th day.
If we're going to want to go to the laboratory, I would know how long. Probably like 2 days, Koibu, to learn that.
To learn a second
it
level
1d2?
spell, it's D2
Yeah.
days per spell level. So 2d2 is average of 3 days to learn the spell.
Yeah, so I'll need maybe 3 days. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have to do it now. Archie still has armor.
What do you say, Archie? Are you capable of going like this?
I'm always capable of going, Captain. Let's do it.
Just a quick game mechanic question. Can I, like, if I'm fighting near Archie, can I, like, take hits for him? Like, if I actively use my turn to block for him?
You can block, yeah.
If you want to take your turn to defend another person, yes, there are no rules for it, but we can invent rules for it.
Yeah, got it. Just checking.
Yeah.
So I, like, stand up and I put my shoulder on Archie and say, look, I'll make sure nothing happens to him.
Mighty fine of you, Sale.
Well, I'm going to say it right now. He's the only one that's actually killed anyone in this group when they weren't asleep, so my interest is in keeping him alive.
It's actually not true. I killed an old man. Archie can attest. He was alive and walking as well.
Well,
It
there's no
was.
denying that our Archie friend here is good in a fight. That is his main skill, I would say. Blessed like not many others. See, a lot of men can fight with a sword. Not many men can fight like that with their fists. We made a lot of money in the old bare knuckle boxing rings back in the day.
Oh, did we?
Good times.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Well, Lady Nightingale, it's been a pleasure.
Remember,
I,
if you get caught, please disavow all knowledge of me. I shall do the same to you.
Can I do an insight check? I don't think she's telling the truth.
Yeah,
I
give me
kind of do.
a wisdom, whatever it is. Yeah, you get the impression she's being honest. Like, she is sort of clearly out for her own interest, and at this moment it is in her interest to disavow knowledge of you. Because if she says she's been working with you guys, then she's gonna get fucked, right?
Yep.
So everyone's better off pretending like they don't know each other.
Well, not true.
Oh,
If
you
we
think
pretend
that-
like we know her, we're in a better spot than.
Ooh.
That's true. Well, let's keep that specific
Yeah, I keep that in
idea
my
to
own
ourselves.
mind.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I tip my hat with my red and black striped feather to Lady Nightingale, and I stand up from the table, gather my weapons, and get ready to go, I suppose. You lot ready?
Yep.
You think we should go at night, or we should just go now? I say we just go now. It's up the mountain.
We
There's
we
nothing
need
going
we
on, so-
need to go now. Yeah,
Yeah, let's
we
go.
don't have time.
Let's get punching.
Let's get punching.
All right. We need to kill a lot of shit in this place. Papa needs some experience.
All right. Well, when we get there, we're just going all out, right? We fight the guards. We knock them down. We
Yep.
bust in. Get it in the confusion.
Well, no, I think we should try and get a few sneak kills in, right? The more people you can kill while sneaking and just they're free kills,
yeah.
the
Well, let's
easier it
let's
is.
say 2 guys on a gate. It's pretty hard to sneak past.
Well, you go up there at the same time as Archie, and you get a surprise round at the very least, right?
Yeah. Hope you 2 have got your spells ready. We're gonna need them.
Bring your key. I actually think that that's for the palace.
Okay. Yeah, I bring the key. I've still got it with me anyway. And I guess we head out
Mm-hmm.
towards the mountain paths.
We want rations brought from the lady. She should
Yes,
have food
they
that we
can
take,
pack
yeah.
you a bag full of sandwiches for the trip and some water skins. You can get pointed in the direction of the path that leads up the mountain and make your way there. The path that leads up the mountain is within the bounds of town. And we've already discussed that there's a good patrol around the outside of town to make sure that supposed criminals don't get into town, but clearly you guys are already in town. So this area to the palace is not considered an exit to town, and so it is left unguarded.
Nice.
So you can make your way up the mountain pass. It's a twisting, winding road that, for the beginning, starts sort of like on the mountain face, and you can see out and down into the town of Port Ferris. You can see the island beyond, the ships bobbing in the harbor. And after you get maybe 2/3 of the way up the mountain, it turns inward and like hooks around a mountain ledge, so you lose sight of the town. There's now a mountain to your left, a mountain to your right. Just a little bit of a view down the coast, out your back, and in front of you is the winding path that leads all the way up. At a certain point, you are going to reach the apex, or reach a point where you can see the palace. So who is in the front of the party? Who's going to be the one to spot this first?
Captain Winters, right?
Yeah, I'm at the front, yeah.
All right, Captain Winters. You come round a little bit of a look-see and can spot a short wall. Sorry, not a short wall. It's right like a 15-foot wall, but it's only maybe 30 feet long because it ends at just open cliff on either side. Maybe 60 feet long now that I'm measuring it. And you can see there is a gate placed in the middle of the wall, and you can see a pair of soldiers there standing at attention, looking down
What time
the
is it?
mountainside. It is probably middle of the afternoon, maybe like 2 o'clock.
And there's no one else on the wall walking around, like it's not got a
No,
parapet,
it has
it's
those
just-
shingles on the top again,
Yeah.
making it difficult
Captain
to
Winters,
stand
let's
on.
wait and watch the guard change. Let's see how they get inside.
Be waiting a while.
Better to go in at night than it is during the day.
Thought time was of the essence.
Time's of the essence to get up here, but a few hours I don't think is going to matter. What happens if we get to the door and they just stay locked inside because we have no way in and we don't know how to get in? You're going to climb that wall?
Pick the lock.
I mean, you used that fist to kill the old man. I'm sure you can break a lock.
Yeah. Let's not waste time. Should we try and distract the guards, pretend to be friendly, or just go for it?
Whatever you think, Captain, he says with, he can hear it.
I mean, we just go, right? Stay behind me.
I'm ready to go.
Stay a bit behind me. I walk out into the middle of the path and start walking towards the guards.
The path has got some gravel down the middle of it, some grass is growing on either side. It must take a little bit of care, more than a little bit of care, to maintain this rugged mountain road looking quite so nice. The two guards ahead of you, as you walk down the path, take a pound on the gate behind them, and then wait for you to arrive.
Wait, they pound on the gate behind them.
Yeah, so they're their backs are to the gate, and as they see you coming, they knock on the gate. They're clearly signaling someone on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running towards them a little bit, and I'm shouting, "Help! Help! I'm being chased! I think it's them!" I start running up towards them.
The guards, they get their spears up, they get their shields up. You're yelling for help. This is the palace. They are braced for what's going on. How far behind you are the rest of the party?
I mean, if he's running, I'll run as well. I'm scared.
Okay. All right. Well, the four of you start running towards.
Wait, no. I'm running ahead. I'm acting as if they're chasing me.
You're trying to make them
I
look
would
like
key in on
the
that, sure.
Yeah,
people who are chasing you.
Help me! They're gonna kill me. They're trying to kill me. Save me.
All right, John
I-
Winters, give me your best I'm scared of these people behind me charisma check. Sell them. That's
Right.
pretty good. That is pretty
And
good.
I want to I get to them. I've got my hands up.
Hold
I'm
on,
running towards
I
the
gotta
gates.
roll for their reactions first.
Okay.
Because they are palace guards, This is the sort of thing even if someone's coming for help, their duty is not to enforce the law. Their duty is to protect the palace. So they are, at best, they're going to be sort of indifferent to your situation. At worst, they're going to suspect something terrible. So we're going to find out what they suspect on the other side of our break.